care about the well-being of North Dakota's wildlife and land quality? If the answer is yes, then this speech is relevant to you. Today, I'm going to talk about the history of CRP land in North Dakota. First, I'm going to talk about its rise, and second, the fall. I've been a hunter my entire life, and I come from a farming family. I've been around CRP land a lot, and I've seen just how much has disappeared in the last few years. First, I'm going to tell you about the introduction and rise of CRP. The Conservation Reserve Program, or more commonly known as CRP, was established in 1956. The program allows farmers to receive payment in exchange for not harvesting or grazing their land. The goal of the program was and is to increase soil, water, forestry, and wildlife quality. The U.S. Department of Agriculture defines good CRP as normally profitable farmland that is at greater than average risk of erosion, pollution, or provides excellent habitat for threatened species. The program didn't become popular until the 1980s in response to farmers removing more and more natural habitat. Citizens witnessed this loss of habitat and pressured farmers to consider using the program. But it didn't become a realistic option for most until the Farm Bill of 1985. This bill made more land eligible and increased the payment the farmers received. It also required contracts to be signed, leaving the land in CRP for at least 10 years. CRP increased in acreage until 2006. Much of this growth was sparked by similar legislation to the bill of 1985 that was passed by U.S. Congress in the ensuing years. Next, I'm going to talk about the decline. After peaking in 2006, CRP acreage has steadily decreased over the last 10 years. Two main factors have caused this dramatic loss: a lack of further legislation and the increased profitability of farming. Since 2002, Congress has been reluctant to increase the payout for putting land into CRP. Environmental scientist Douglas Hariu says, "We cannot afford the loss of CRP authorization in our next farm bill." This, combined with high crop prices and a stretch of good farming weather, has convinced many farmers to not renew their contracts as they have expired. According to Ducks Unlimited, over the last 5 years, more than 30% of our CRP in the Prairie Pothole region, which includes North Dakota, has expired, and new contracts are almost non-existent right now. With this loss of CRP, overall crop production has increased, but land quality and wildlife populations have been diminished. To summarize, CRP has been an important aspect of land management in North Dakota's history. From 1956 until the early 2000s, this program experienced huge success, but over the last 10 years, it's been in steep decline. The Farm Service Agency says this decline will continue if changes are not made.